live stream.
Proposal and will lead the group if we go through. Walk. I don't even know what you decided on the details about walk, stand aside. I've heard all kinds of things. If you walk, a vibe checker is going to come around and talk to you and see if we can kind of come to a resolution. Enough votes will not be taken while that person is on.
I think people aren't coming over.
Yes, let's introduce ourselves. My name's Anna, and if you are all in agreement with it, I will be facilitating tonight. And everyone else can introduce themselves.
I'm Brad.
My name's Temby. I'll be doing co-facilitation.
I'm going to do stacks today.
What is that?
Brian. What does stack mean? Stack means that if you have a question, if 3 hands go up at once, I'll go 1, 2, 3, and I'll just keep you in line. And if necessary, I'll start a physical stack, which means I'll say, hey guys, everybody who has a question or a comment, not a comment, a factual piece of information, come and stand in a line. We also use something called progressive stack here. I need to stop eating and talking at the same time. Progressive stack means that demographics that don't traditionally have a voice in our society or as strong of a voice, they get bumped to the front. So if 3 hands go up at once and there's a woman, a Caucasian woman, a Caucasian man, and say a black man or a black woman, that the black man or woman is going to bump right to the front, and then the woman, and then the man, for obvious reasons. I'm a white male. I tend to be encouraged to speak in society, whereas other groups might not be encouraged. So we encourage or we use progressive stack.
We need a note taker and a timekeeper. Any volunteers?
I've got a laptop if somebody's willing to take minutes.
We'd like to take
We'll all
minutes.
jump at once.
Okay, time.
Timekeeper we got.
All right.
Minutes taker, please. I'll take good on laptops.
It'll
Big
run about an
Gary,
hour and a half.
Yeah, we're trying to keep it.
About how long?
It'll
That'd be
go
the
by
max.
like a blink. Do you mind typing? Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Thanks.
Okay. So we typically start GA with a moment of silence to show our solidarity with the other movements around the world. Timekeeper, let's do that now.
No smoking section.
Okay, that was a great moment of silence. Yay! Now, Temby is going to share with us the GA notes from yesterday.
I took the minutes yesterday, and it was an amazing GA. We didn't have any proposals, so there's nothing super critical to report, but we did have some good conversations about trying to be more inclusive of the campers and the people who are in the GA. That's an important thing that we all want to think about and see how to help that happen. One very good suggestion was we could be more invitational on all sides to be able to increase the communication among each other. Some other important things, the media group is totally revamping things, and the website is awesome now. It has a calendar on it. There are a lot of cool things. There's also some more streamlined ways to make donations online. So those are some good things, great things the media group has been doing. That's the sum up from yesterday.
Fabulous. Now we are going to have reports back from working groups. So anybody from the working group who has a report, please come up.
I didn't know that. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, we will do that in an announcement when we get to know.
Any working group members?
To clarify the whole bike situation, Kearns has been generous enough to lend us bikes. He's not giving us bikes, so when we are done, we take them back. We check in twice a week just to create a good rapport between him and us. If you need a bike, please come and see me. Do not go up to him. He's running a business. God only knows why he put me in charge, but he did. And so I can turn a wrench, I can fix your bike. So please come see me if you need that. If I can't get to you right off the bat, I can only do so much. Give it time, but we will take care of you. Anything you need, I'm sure we can facilitate that for you. So thank you. My name's Joshua.
Are there any other working group reports? Or anyone that needs to make a proposal? Where's Mike, too, Treasury?
I'm Sendog Food and also Comfort Group. So Food Group, tomorrow's a potluck, so we encourage anyone who wants to cook or can cook to come out, so we're giving Rosetta's a break. Also, if, Are you Rosetta?
No, but I'm her very good friend.
Yeah, she definitely needs a break, and we're actually trying to work to relieve her of 5 days a week cooking, when getting our cooking facility going. Also, another request is if you can bring your own plates and utensils, that'd be greatly appreciated because we're generating a lot of stuff here. These are compostable, so make sure they go into the compost. But we'd really like you to make them. If anyone wants to make a donation of like plates and bowls, that would be great. Another thing is, I forgot. Well, Comfort Group. Okay, so for the Comfort Group, need blankets, men's and women's underwear and socks. Anything that can be donated, that would be really appreciated. And I know there's something else I'm forgetting, but I think that's about it. Oh, the co-op had a board meeting last night. They voted unanimously to support us. So they're totally on our side. Okay. Any questions? All right. Good. Thanks.
Treasury?
Hi, I'm Mike. The Treasury has a few announcements to go along with the report. One branch of the United States government today recognizes Occupy Asheville General Assembly, Treasury, as a valid business. We have a post office box, 1346, and we have a website which will allow us to accept checks. Hard to get. I'd like to have John tell everyone the name of the website.
The website's Repay, and we chose that because Occupy Chicago's using it, Occupy Boston's using it, Occupy New Orleans are using it. And so that was basically what the other guys are doing, and so that's why we're using it. The links are out on the web. We're moving the links around on the home page to make them more accessible, but right now they're on the page for camping supplies.
Thank you, John.
I have a question. Mike, you said that you have a post office box. Is it on the Cott Street post office?
Yes.
Okay. You didn't mention to anyone who wants it. That's 28802. No, not when it's a post office box. It's a box number. What's your box number?
1346.
Okay.
346. So it's P.O. Box 1346, Asheville, North Carolina, 38802.
Very well. Thank
Hey,
you.
live. Thank you, John. Say that into the live feed pretty loud.
I already did.
It's in there.
I already did.
There's another piece of business today, according to the policy that's accepted by the General Assembly.
Today, according to the policy accepted by the General Assembly,
The General Assembly donated $50 to the NAACP.
the General Assembly donated $50 to the NAACP.
They were happy to accept it, and they allow that we're supporting one another. This group, OA, GA, and NAACP. And financially, we have received $1,147.50 in donations. We have dispersed $744.58.
Could you repeat that? Disperse? I'm sorry.
$744.58.
Thank you.
Welcome. The Treasury has on hand $402.98.
402?
$402.98.
Thank you.
And if those don't add up, you can ask the treasurer to step down. And that's all we have from the treasurer.
I have a
Oh, we have a question.
just in regards to finance, I do have a challenge if anyone would like to accept it. If we are going to hit them where it hurts, stop spending money.
Give it to the treasury.
Donations are great. Everybody's giving. If you have, we have more than enough. I am blessed beyond belief right now. I really am. I'm happy everyone is here. Stop spending money. We are wasting away, and we are consuming. We're going to eat our own self before we're done with this. Stop spending money. Let me say it one more time. Stop spending money. Try it for 2 weeks. See how God provides. Go from there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Do we have any other working group reports?
We have this event coming up, Occupy at the Diana Wortham Theater on November 1st. It is from 7:30 to 9:30. There are spots in between the acts for Voices of Occupy Asheville, and they're filling up quick. So you need to come and contact me if you would like to speak or perform. We are looking for some more musicians for it, the event, just a little 3 to 4 minute slots. And there is also room for tabling before and after the event. So any groups that would like to table this event, or any working groups that would like to have tables at this event, please let me know, because I need to let them know by Tuesday how many tables we need.
This
Right?
Tuesday?
Yes. Yeah. Any questions? No?
Can I answer?
Yeah, absolutely.
Any other working group reports?
My name's Wayne. We had just been taking donations for cigarettes, tobacco, and food. Yesterday we grossed $19.32. Thank you.
All right. My name's Anthony. I got an announcement from Outreach Working Group. Outreach is one of the most important things we'd be doing right now. One of. There will be a meeting tomorrow at Pritchard Park at noon. Anybody that wants to be involved in Outreach should either be down there or get up with me or get up with Victor. Thank you.
Could you tell everyone what that entails, outreach?
Okay.
I think it's a good idea.
Outreach is networking in the community and spreading the message, getting more people involved. We're trying to reach out to different demographics included.
Could you post your meeting on the calendar on the website?
No, I can't.
No, you can't.
I'm not
Could we
online.
get somebody else?
It might be on already.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Good idea.
I was just going to take the other day. I'll get online.
All right, sweet.
Any other working group announcements? Well, I have a working group announcement. The Arts Working Group is starting puppet making, big street puppets, tomorrow here at 10 a.m. Be there, be square. Yes, will do. So we now have a sign-up sheet for working groups. If you're interested in joining a working group, please come up to the table. There are many more working groups than the reports that we heard tonight. They're not always here if there's nothing to report. So please, yes, you want to say something? Go for it.
Okay, so there's two clipboards up there. One is working groups and policy groups. Policy groups are for people who are passionate in research and want to do reform policies and new policies. This is going to integrate and back up the visions and demands work group. Now, anybody who's not involved in a working group needs to sign up for some working group or policy group. Everybody needs to be doing work because 90% of the work is going to be done there. Now, anybody who is a contact for a working group can also sign their name under contact, and everybody's contacts will be sent to you so that they will know when the meetings are. The second clipboard is for community outreach. These are all established volunteer work communities, and this is our outreach to establish volunteer work. That was very redundant, but our power here is to help the community, and a large part of outreach is going to be to reach out to the people who are already doing that. So read the list of volunteer groups and try and dedicate at least one day a week to going out and doing this.
So now we are going to open it up for announcements. If anybody has any announcements that are factual information, this is the time. Come on up.
Yes, absolutely. I just squeezed in quick because I have to go. But I am willing to take laundry. But I can't do everybody. But I can do a little bit and get some people to help me. So what I would like you to do is if you have laundry, please write your name on it. And I think I'll come by tomorrow like 3 o'clock. Would that be good?
GA's at 3 at Pritchard Park.
But if you just piled it or had it in a tub or something like that. My name is Jenny, and I'll be back at 3 o'clock tomorrow and get what I can get. And if you label it, and I'll bring it back tomorrow night.
That's awesome.
You're welcome.
I have another announcement real quick. If anybody needs a shower or laundry done quickly, please come and talk to me. There's a gentleman who's donated his house for showering, cooking, cleaning. Come talk to me, and I'll introduce you to him.
Hello, my name is Natalie. I'm forming a new working group. As of now, it's going to be an information research working group. This is to sort of prop up the education, whatever teaching things might be going on, any sort of facts. If anybody's interested in doing research for the occupation or just about the financial crisis in general, come and talk to me. I feel like this is something that can be done independently, but we do need to bring all of the information into one center. So, yeah, I'm your person.
And what's your contact information, or where's the meeting or something?
I can put it down.
Okay. So contact information on the list?
Work group on the sign-up sheet.
No, it's not. I just
Can
formed
we
it.
just turn one of them over and they label it for that?
Yeah. Whenever we have a meeting, just put it
On that, I want to make sure everybody knew November 5th is Bank Transfer Day. Obviously, we all probably know what that means, but I would like to urge everybody to put some thought into it in the sense that there are certain bank institutions that we want to target when we transfer our money, and certain banks that we don't necessarily want to transfer our money out of. So, this might go along with the information and research, but obviously the top 10 banks, I can name them if we needed to, but Citibank, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, these are all big, large corporate banks that we need to transfer our money out of into local community credit unions, especially not-for-profit credit unions. But there are also mid-sized banks, Bank of North Carolina, and other banks that aren't necessarily corporate or Wall Street controlled banks. So it's a good statement to make, but let's be sure that we're taking our money out of the institutions that we want to target and into the institutions that we want to survive.
We actually have a bank transfer day working group, so that's something that you can join and get involved with if you want. It is. Yeah, there's a working group for it, so please join and be in solidarity.
Hi, my name is Jerry, and I'm part of the initiating group of Transition Asheville, and I'm working to build bridges between Transition and Occupy. And I encourage people who are interested to also check out Transition Asheville and join some of the action groups that we can be like mobilizing all of it at once.
And can you leave contact information?
I can. I put it on the Facebook page. There is a Transition Asheville Facebook page, and there's also transitionasheville.org. And on there you can sign up for working groups, which are not really active. So this is the perfect time to go ahead. We're the 88th official transition city in the U.S., and this is an opportunity for us to really make a stand and make a statement.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
I've never heard of you, so could you tell some of us? I may not be the only one who's not heard of you. Could you tell us a little bit about what you do?
About transition?
Yeah, as opposed to
Occupy. So Occupy has identified, like Occupy Wall Street has identified that we are in an economic crisis, but we're also in an energy crisis, and we're in, so transition is looking at the perfect storm that's come together of economic instability and climate change and the peak oil, which is also just like energy, how we use all of our energy resources. So there are local initiatives that encourage us to look at the assets that we have in our community to come up with the infrastructure we need for resilience here. Transition Asheville.
I'm going to be. Hold on. I would suppose that I think it's a lot of interest with this. I would suppose that maybe we get together afterwards and see if we can have you to come and give more information, and maybe it be a part of an agenda item at one of the GAs or something of that order. Okay. Okay.
Going to Chapel Hill, Burlington. If anybody needs to hook up with another Occupy group in that direction, I'll give you a ride. Saturday or Sunday. See me after.
My name is Jim, and I'm from New York City. I was part of Occupy New York. First day, I was doing work. Before that, with the Aaron Burr Society. And I just want to say this is absolutely amazing and beautiful. And I'm so glad I came here. You know, we've been hearing about all these things happening around the country and the world. But to come here and see this strong a community in a town of 70,000, it's really great. This is amazing and wonderful. Keep it up. Thank you. Oh, this is not a musical instrument. This is an instrument of class warfare. This was in Madison, Wisconsin in February. And I was there. I'm a union man, United Federation of College Teachers, but I was there when the police and firemen crossed over in Madison, Wisconsin. That wasn't a very good one, but it can be done.
Are there any more announcements?
It was just that I'll stay after the GA and talk about transition with anybody who's interested in that. And this is a musical instrument, and at some point I would like to play at the event, the fundraiser.
Oh,
Do you have an announcement?
It's about a hotline. I would just like to see. I have questions about the hotline.
Yeah, I had questions about the hotline. I mean, if you're all for it, I guess I'll go. When you call that hotline, it says, things about we're going to overcome sin and things like that. There doesn't seem to be any control of the hotline. What it said, it's redundant, it's giving out wrong information. It
Wrong
doesn't get on
website.
until 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So I don't know what else to say except maybe it should be in charge of that. All right, somebody should find out. We're
Anyone know about the hotline? Who's here? The hotline? All right. So how about we? I can make a look.
The website person, it should be part of.
I'll look into it and have that person report back, whoever is in charge of that.
Slow lady knows.
Okay. Okay, go ahead. You go ahead.
All right, do we have more than one person? You got an announcement? Go ahead.
Whenever you want me to.
Jump in, please.
Yes. Good evening. My name is John Spitzberg, and we have a group here called the Veterans for Peace. And on Tuesdays, I see some of you know about it, we want to encourage you, whether you're veterans or not, to come to Pack Square on Tuesdays from 5 to 6. We stand vigil there and have been doing it for umpty years, every Tuesday. So please, please come and join us. The other thing is, if there are any veterans who would like to know more about the organization, please, please feel free to see me. I'm here. I love these people. Thank you. That's enough talking about me.
Hi, I'm Natalie again. I just wanted to make a quick announcement on behalf of the food group. The bowls that you're eating out of tonight are compostable bowls. Rosetta's getting really upset that people are just throwing them away and not composting them. We really need to think about our ecological footprint here. So please, if you're eating out of one of these bowls, and the spoons are also compostable, please put them in the compost. It's right over here, and it's marked compost. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Orange bucket.
Oh, sorry. Spoons go in the bucket.
East side orange bucket.
I just want to, compostable bowls are made from corn, so they're not that ecological. I heard earlier about bringing bowls, let's bring some bowls down.
Yes.
No, you're right.
Are there any more announcements? No? Yay, that was a fabulous GA! Now we're going to open it up for soapbox, I suppose. Anyone can speak. This doesn't have to be factual information.
My name's Mike, and I've been coming down around camp and some of the GAs for a few days now. I've talked to a lot of you, but not all of you. And I've invited a lot of my friends down here. I've invited a lot of my friends in other cities to find the organized movements in their cities. But I'm on the verge of really wanting to push and be that annoying guy that pesters everybody to come down for at least one meeting. And I'm probably going to do that for Sunday. But before I did that, I wanted to just make a few statements that I want to be able to tell my friends the reaction that I got, because I've heard a lot of different things, and I know we have working groups working on demand, and we have policy groups working on those things, but I wanted to just kind of make sure I wasn't going to misrepresent the feelings of the general group when I invite my friends down, and when I start a really hard push to get people out here. So the first thing I think I've heard universally is that our system of politics and economics have formed a system in which they're transferring wealth, not from the wealthy to the poor, but from the entire country to the wealthiest 1%. And something has to be done about that. Our economic condition is in a downward spiral. At this point in time, we don't think we can avoid an economic disaster. So we need to be prepared for that and work to minimize its impact. I am not an anarchist seeking the collapse of the federal government. It's something I've heard, and I just wanted to have a better understanding of how widespread that belief was. And I don't have a problem with that. Some of my best friends are anarchists.
Hey, buddy.
But I am not an anarchist, and I wanted to be able to represent to my friends that while there are some here, it's probably not a majority.
Could I say something?
Yes, please.
I think nationally people are trying to create a better democracy more than that they're calling for anarchy.
Yeah, that was the impression that I got, is that we were looking for change while we're upset with big money. While I'm upset with big money, I am going to have to look to my government to solve and fix that problem.
That would mean listening to anarchy.
I'm going to have to turn to my government to make these changes. And the changes that we need made, we don't have a lot of time to wait. We're already going in a downhill spiral. That's enough of y'all's time. Thank you very much.
All right, there has been an obvious increase in the participancy of this movement, which is really, really great. But there has been a decrease in the participancy of the pickets, the daily pickets that we have at 5:30 every day. And I'm not too big on that. I mean, we are protests and we have a message. And, you know, if we're not protesting, then we're just, you know, our own little organization. There's no outreach. Well, there's outreach working group, but I really think it's important that we do continue to protest so that we can claim that we are protests and we are using this land for the assembly of a protest. I know that it's cold, and I know that the chants get really, really old after you say them a couple times, but there's some people out there that we're walking by that have never heard those chants before in their lives, and it really matters that they do hear them. It doesn't matter if we hear them a million times in our lives. So that's just what I like to say.
Thank you. Well, young man, I would like to come after you because I do have some information. I was in Atlanta, and the Unitarian Church had a program about chants, revolutionary songs, and freedom songs. I'm trying to get that. I wasn't able to go, but I'd like to get it if they have promised to send it to me. I'd like for us to form up and learn a lot of the new kind of chants, even about Occupy. I would also like what we wanted to do this weekend. We would really like for musicians to break out your instruments tonight, tomorrow night, and Sunday, and go at it right here in the camp. We had it last weekend, and if the time is right, we would like to rehearse the Occupy America song that I'm composing, and I would love everybody's input because it's all about it. Thank you.
Can I ask something? I got an email. Is there some group of the meeting of the committees tomorrow in Pritchard Park at noon? Outreach meeting at noon. Okay. Outreach.
Excuse me.
I'm in the writing committee. I think it's meeting at noon.
My name is Jason Hopkins. I joined the movement today because I heard that a council member said something like, beggars can't be choosers.
He sure said it.
That is that insulted my intelligence. So instead of dealing with all these permits and things, I would like to represent the Buddhism part of this as much as possible, which is very difficult for me because I would like to respond in a different way, but I cannot. What my little chain is for. I'm on the chain. But tonight, I'm going to go and sit in front of the courthouse with no tent or sleeping bag or fire, and just sit there for a while. So anybody that wants to sit there for a while, I don't think they can make us stop doing that yet. I'll be up there.
Just a question. Which city council member said that so I can remember their name on election day? Why am I not surprised?
Esther Manheimer said that.
Elections right now, but that does real estate development, real estate law.
She still thinks we're a band.
Because I know what this is.
Let's give our attention.
Early this morning, I was doing just kind of a little peacekeeping thing early this morning. So I noticed we've got a lot of traffic in the morning rush hour and not a whole lot of distractions for people that are in their automobiles. I just think it would really be an opportune time for those of us that will make a point to get up or are already up, be present with the signs. And, you know, because there's people that are going to get off this off-ramp that might not ever see us again. That might be the one time. That might be their one time today or whatever. They come and go different directions. But I think we should really be present. There's a lot of people, you know, and people have a different mentality early in the morning than they do in the evening. You know, they're going to be more receptive. They're going to see, because there's going to be this odd character with a beard and a ponytail standing there with a sign that they can read in clear, plain English. So I think myself personally, want to join. Early in the morning is a good time.
All right, I have something to say really quick. No, it's not going to be the only time you see that sign. It's not going to be the only time you see these people. A lot of people don't understand that this is not a protest. This is a permanent occupation. If you have lives, you may go back to them. If this is your life, it will be your life. 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Don't think about what the United States will become. Think about what we will be. Occupy Asheville.
I want to acknowledge the occupiers because you are the heroes of the Asheville movement, and I think that you are all fabulous, which I don't see many of your faces here. But all of the other people who come to the assemblies, I would love to encourage everyone to feed and fuel our occupiers because they're really they're holding it down for the rest of us. And I acknowledge you, and I will keep supporting you because I think you're fabulous. I don't see them.
Thank you.
Why aren't they in the meeting? We have to bridge them.
And I'd like to say that you see this camp here, it is the permitted camp. There are other occupiers who are not along with getting a permit, but they are 100% our heart, and they are the ones who are really risking and we really support. And so if you come down to support and join in Occupy, please think about supporting them at the Federal Building also, because they are the ones who are really the vanguards. They are out there. They are doing it also. And I'm like Malcolm X, by all means necessary. One thing they always try is to get us in a one-track, one-way mental. But when you hit from all sides, that's real Occupy. So let's support those young people also. Thank you. Anyone else? Amy? Where are we? Soapbox?
Yep.
It's good.
I'll talk about transition a little bit, but I want to talk a little bit about occupying our neighborhoods as a concept. So for those who don't feel like they can come down here and camp, you can camp in your yard in a visible place, or you can invite your neighbors to come camp in a visible place and get to know those people that live right around you and feel like we are trying to occupy our neighborhoods.
Can we put up signs too?
Yes, I think so. So I'm going to stop up there, and then anybody who's interested in moving over and talking about transition, I'll be over here.
Thank you. All right, tomorrow, come right up. Tomorrow, we are going to rally at Pritchard Park, okay, at 2 o'clock, and the GA is at 3. All right? Pritchard Park. Thank you. Go ahead.
I live in a big apartment building, and I have been buttonholing all of my unsuspecting neighbors and giving them 15-minute to half-hour lectures on what's going on in this country and why they should be concerned too and should do what they can for this movement. Woo! Occupy Asheville! Occupy the world!
All right. Thank you. Any other? I don't, you know that, you remember that song of the Mormons, come, you sing? And the other night, somebody said, when the Mormons come, we know we have won. Hey. All right, is that it?
I'm a Native American and please don't take my picture. I don't like them at all. In fact, I don't like cameras at Occupy. That's the way I see it.
All right.
I think it's a violation of my privacy for anybody to take my picture.
Okay.
Period.
Thank you.
I am a Native American elder. I am a wisdom keeper. I am the keeper of the stone medicine. I am from the Mohawk, the Iroquois Nation, and I bring a unity, a desire for the unity of Native America with Occupy. I am Red Buffalo Rising on Facebook. I have 18,000 people or 17,000. Some massive number I don't even know how to operate. I mean, this thing is happening and we don't even know everything that's happening.
Yeah.
And we need to know. And if this is going to work, it's going to be Red Road. We are all children of Turtle Islands except the politicians. They're illegal aliens. They're sick birds. And the head of the demon that we really need to attack, to occupy, is the Senate. Talk about the beast. You know, yes.